and graduands, welcome to this Birmingham City University Awards ceremony. Although this is a formal ceremony, we hope you all enjoy yourselves. Please feel free to clap and cheer as loudly as you can. You are welcome to take photographs as long as you don't block the view of those around you. We want to make sure every family sees their graduate cross the stage without disturbance, so we'd ask everyone to observe the following. Please turn all to remain in the hall until the ceremony has been closed. However, if young children become restless, please see your nearest door steward, who will show you to a small viewing room where you and your child can still see the ceremony. Refrain from using their mobile as they cross the stage. Now, as the procession
the Dizzy Rascal horn section. Excellent. I declare this congregation open. Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, graduands. As Chancellor of Birmingham City University, things you thought you'd never say. How the hell did this happen? Never mix your drinks. Anyway, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this award ceremony. We're not going to hang around. I've got Game of Thrones backed up on Sky Plus. Let's crack on. Welcome to our graduating students from the Faculty of Health, Education and Life Sciences, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. Also, a very warm welcome to all of their families and friends who have supported them, who have helped them with course fees, accommodation fees, and of course, when needed, bail. For success. Each and every one of you graduating today has shown dedication and personal commitment to be here. You stand And what a fantastic way to begin. It should be of Birmingham City University. There, the late nights, the early... I too have suffered. All Birmingham City here who is not unique, which actually makes you quite unique, so I'll withdraw that last comment. Some of the same characteristics, whatever you've studied. What BCU means. What does that mean? I thought it was the student union battle cry, beer, curry, unwell. But they put me right on that one. I think being part of BCU means you are some, if not all, of the following things. You are ambitious at heart, and transform your lives for the better. Some of you will be the educated. You want to be able to transform other people's lives for the better too. Research and meeting deadlines. Well, you are professional and ready to step straight out and focus on an education that helps you get into and stay in employment. You're creative. Your energy, expression, thoughts, and imagination will spark innovative ideas that represent true cultural or scientific capital. And you have a global outlook and a respect for humankind, shaped partly by being part of a dynamic and international university community, but also by your time in this incredible city. And as individuals, I know you will use these characteristics to make a real difference to the world around you. Much like world-famous singer-songwriter Laura Mvula, a music graduate from this university, like Cal Henderson, co-founder of Slack, the fastest-growing app of all time, now conquering Silicon Valley, and like Lily Pebbles, a beauty blogger and subscribers on YouTube. This city, like you, has completely transformed in the last 3 or 4 years. Birmingham is now the UK, and at the center, the new Curzon building opened over a year ago and is undergoing further expansion, part of an ongoing and relocation of our campuses to the heart of the city. And as Chancellor, in fact, Curzon opened in the same month as the new Grand Central at New Street Station. As the city grows, so do we. And just like Birmingham, our changes aren't about to stop. In Edgbaston, for instance, work is almost complete on a major expansion of our City South campus. This will bring our health, education, and life sciences courses under one roof, where we'll continue to produce the highly valued teachers and medical professionals the region and country needs. Last but not least is the new conservatoire, opening in September at Jennings Road in the city centre. The first to be built in a generation. 9,000 square meters of purpose-designed teaching, rehearsal, and state-of-the-art performance space offering and the city. Imagine all those music at last. No longer will you see them busking outside New Street Station trying to play the 1812 Overture on a bloody triangle. Birmingham City is all about adapting what we offer to an ever-changing world, seizing every opportunity to stay at the cutting edge for the guidance, the knowledge and expertise your lecturers and tutors have provided you with over the last few years, drawing on their own leading research, their direct experience of practice and industry, and their desire to support you on the road 7 to Dudley. The quality of this guidance was recognised most recently when the government's Teaching Excellence Framework awarded BCU a silver rating. We're also proactive in applying the knowledge we create in the real world. Our Graduate Plus scheme embeds career-related skills into every degree course. And if your entrepreneurial ambitions inspire you to set up your own business, remember the wealth of resources which are available at BCU to help you make it happen. Now, you might not hear this message often, but today, you are stepping out into a world of great promise and opportunity. According to the graduate level vacancies, and 74% of our graduates are in. We've worked hard to give you the skills you need to thrive in the graduate market. In moments of great change, there are always opportunities and knowledge with which you're all now equipped to types of jobs and to build a new future forward. We on this stage, absolute cast of friends, will be there for you. How you remember that as a BCU graduate, you can still use our career service and employment advisors. Today, you become part of an outstanding body of alumni who make a difference every day in over 100 countries. Yeah. Now, if I've got any advice to offer, one thing I'd say is stay in touch with each other and with the university. Not just stay in touch. Let us know how you're getting on. We really want to know where your degree takes you, even if it's just Smethwick. Do so through our Alumni Association. Your membership is free and automatic, and if you can put the association stand, you'll get a Birmingham City University graduate pin back. Makes the last 3 years worthwhile, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? This year, Birmingham City University celebrates 25 years in securing university status. Okay, good. One can only imagine the ingenuity. You transmit your essays, telepath. First president of the... May I speak to President Beyonce, please? Who by then? They'd rather give it to a dog first, wouldn't they? 25 years are truly yours to live, work, travel, have families, don't start now, have, and make a difference to the world in which you live. So congratulations. Nelson Mandela weapon, which you can use to change the world. This really is your time. So go ahead and change it. Thank you. Yeah. I now call upon the Pro-Vice Sciences, Professor Ian Goddamn Blair. Thank you.
Chancellor, as Pro-Vice Chancellor and Executive Dean, I present students from the Faculty of Health, Education and Life Sciences and certificates, and to present award holders' work.
Years with qualified teacher status. Laura Gould. Drew Greeno-Phillips. Rebecca Sam. Stephanie Shergold. In primary, Abdur Rahman. Jamil Ahmed. Hannah Ambrose, Misbah Raisha Ashraf, Charlotte Ball, Thomas Bartlett, Hasina Begum, Rabila Begum, Afdi Bihal, Safila B, Shabana B, Lauren Bone, Dion Brown, Sophie Bushell, Ikra Butt, Timothy Cameron, Andrew Collier, Aoife Cosgrove, Danielle Cotton, Emily Chapman, Zarina Chima, Bernadette Courtney, Nicola Critchley, Jake Dyer, Anissa Elahi, Phoebe Evans, Afsa Fazal, Sadra Fiaz, Janine Gabri, Kiran Gira, Lorraine Gibbons, Laura Graham, Nakita Grewal, Nazia Hamid, Simran Hia, Leah Hindley. Eleanor Ingemels. Charlotte Jenkins. Samantha Johnston. Emily Johnston. Jade Joyce. Hannah Jukes. Gagandia Kaur. Vishali Kesvala. Charlotte Langdown. Bethany Ray Redmond. Daniel Lees. Joanne Little. Fayez Logat. Sheikha Mahfouz. Kerry Maiden. April Matthews. Kaelin Makalia. Lorna Meadows. Victoria Morris. Amy Nash Walker. Daniel Norton. Sarah Orton. Utsav Kumar Patel. Emily Phillips. Billy Plant. Shabana Regan. Christine Roberts. Sarah Russell. Nadra Shaheen. Sabia Sharif. Rachel Sharp. Eleanor Shaw. Aisha Sadiqa. Robin Sidwell. Jessica Slater. Sharanjit Sumal. Jeremy Stack. Lauren Stack. Sophie Stedman. Deep Sunner. Jack. Samantha Wainwright. Melissa Walker. Lucy Walton. Megan Ward. Alice White. Bridie White. Lauren Wormall. Isla Konkaki. Professional graduate Sitivera Coker. Hannah Maloney. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Primary with Specialism in Mathematics with Qualified Teacher Status, Laura Marsh. And this completes the first presentation of graduates from the School of Education and Social Work.
The first presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Health, Education and Life Sciences.
We are this morning delighted to be conferring the award of a Doctor of the University upon Brett Wigdorts, and I now call upon the Executive Dean to give the citation.
Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands. Today we confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Birmingham City University, honoris causa, on Brett Wigdorts. Ella once uttered the following phrase: "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." A notion which encompasses the work and achievements of Brett Wigdorts, founder and CEO of Teach First, who over the past 15 years has worked tirelessly to make a difference to the lives of young people across the UK. Originally from New Jersey, Brett completed his education in the United States, graduating with an honours bachelor degree in economics from the University of Richmond and a master's degree in economics from the University of Hawaii. After graduating, he worked as a consultant, a journalist, and a researcher before joining the worldwide management consulting firm McKinsey & Company. In July 2002, Brett founded Teach First, a charity which aims to tackle educational inequality in low-income communities across the UK. Since that time, the charity has recruited nearly 7,000 teachers and now partners with schools serving low-income communities in every region of England and Wales. These teachers have taught more than 1 million pupils in low-income communities across the breadth of England and Wales. Brett is also co-founder and trustee for Teach for All, a global network of independent social enterprises working to expand educational opportunities in their own countries. Brett was awarded an OBE in the 2013 Queen's New Year's Honours List for services to education and has won numerous awards over the past 15 years. His book, Success Against the Odds, is a candid account of the first 10 years of Teach First and 12. So, Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, colleagues and graduands, it gives me great pleasure to invite the Vice-Chancellor to confer the degree of Honorary Doctor of Birmingham City University, honoris causa, on Brett Wigdorts.
As Vice-Chancellor, I exercise the authority of the Academic Board on Brett Wigdorts. Chancellor, I invite you to present the degree parchment and commemorative medal. That completes. I invite Brett to address the congregation. Brett.
Wow. Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, doctorate. I'm truly honored to receive it. First is my father-in-law is a long-standing consultant doctor in Birmingham, and finally we're now equals after 15 years of being married to his daughter. The second is because my wife's from Birmingham, and I find the Brummie accent extremely sexy. And the third is because it's being given to me by an organization dedicated to the cause that motivates me every day for the last 15 years. And that's tackling inequality in education, to ensure every child gets a fair chance in life, no matter what their background. So the commitment and focus of Birmingham City University's School of Education, what I've seen, is not only to develop great teachers, but to make sure they're supporting children in the Midlands from low-income backgrounds to achieve the best possible outcomes. And I found that just incredibly inspiring. I'm delighted that the strength of the partnership between BCU and the organization I lead, Teach First, continues to grow. Now, I first came to London in 2002 on a one-year secondment as a management consultant. Before that time, all I had learned about Great Britain, I'd learned from my grandfather. And my grandfather lived in London for 1 year, very uneventful year. It was 1944. And in 1944, he was in the US Army Air Force piloting planes over Germany, bombers. And during his time there, it was very important to him. He started reading The Guardian weekly when he came back to America. He started putting milk into his tea, I remember, even though he never came back to England for the rest of his life. But what really inspired him, and he spoke a lot about this when I grew up in America, was the attitudes he saw among everyday people in his time in the United Kingdom. He spoke about how united the British were against the evils of fascism and how much he admired the country's sense of fair play. My grandfather saw Britain as a country where people helped each other if they were down. And that's one of the reasons I'm especially honored to be given this honorary doctorate to come. When I first arrived, though, I saw something that wasn't the fair play my grandfather spoke about. As part of the project I was on, I visited schools across the country where children were not getting the fair deal they deserved. Children who had been born into the wrong postcode didn't get the same chance in life, nor the same opportunities of a transformative education that children born in other postcodes just got as a matter of course. Now, we education and social work, and you want to change that. At that point, I took a 6-month sabbatical, Teach First. Teach First now, as you've heard, works all over England and Wales. We've placed now over 10,000 teachers in the country, especially in the West Midlands over the last 10 years, with many other teachers throughout the region. Since we've gotten started, our teachers have reached over 1 million young people today who have been taught by Teach First teachers and hopefully helped you on your journey. Drop in the ocean, what we've done so far, but we also know that there's so much more to do. What I've seen, though, that's excited me the most over the last 15 years is the knowledge that change is possible and commitment of fantastic teachers and leaders. I've seen the lives of so many young people who is the great education that every single one of us deserves. And that's why I'm so delighted to have been working so closely with Birmingham City University, hugely valued partners to deliver this work. The university and leadership development to all of our teachers are more focused on supporting people to fulfill their full potential. World-class teachers to succeed through a rigorous but deeply empathetic approach. More contributions to all of our national partnerships, working with us to develop and improve our work across the country. Now, one of the proudest days I've had over the last seeing fantastic young people. I was in Grimsby a few months ago and I saw an amazing class that I still think of as one of the most proudest moments I've seen where many of our teachers are making a real impact. But one of the moments I always go back to was a moment a year ago when we had a group of 20 Ofsted inspectors in a room who had just inspected all of our work across the nation. Now, many of you know this, and we often had a competition at that point of lions, you know, you have Ofsted inspectors to call them. But when you see them together, this, and the central role that at BCU who have made a great impact, but I want to mention 2 individuals in particular who my colleagues refer to as the interchangeable Batman Kevin Mattinson and Devinder Dosanjh, who have been absolutely fundamental to the success of Teach First in the West Midlands, bringing advocacy and passion, sage possible to develop outstanding teachers, to develop support and inspiration to young people across the region. So what I'd like to do is thank you once again for this fantastic honor. I want of our teachers in the West Midlands. I want to accept it on behalf of some of the most incredible children. Hopefully many of you will get the opportunity and the pleasure to teach. And I want to also accept it on behalf of all of you. One of the great things about going to school journeys, many of you are further along on your educational journeys. And I just visited a reception class recently where you are to be starting education. I hope all of you think back those many years to when you started your educational, all those years that's brought you to this moment. And I hope you really take a moment today to really appreciate what you've achieved, appreciate all the teachers that have helped you on the journey, but most of all, appreciate all the hard work that you've put into it. And I hope you congratulate yourself because it's been an amazing accomplishment and you deserve a huge congratulations from all of us.
Thank you, Brett. I now invite Professor Ian Blair to continue. Professor Blair.
I invite Simon Spencer to the lectern to present award holders from the School of Education and Social Work.
Art and Design with qualified teacher status. Hannah Bostock. Eve Coogan. Eliza Embley. Megan Evans. Hayley Martin. Kelly Ward. Bethany Peake. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Computer at the Terry School. Lisa Cooper. Unit Snego. Technology with qualified teacher status. Heather Anderson. Ruby May Ellis. Keris Johnson. Hannah Reynolds. Gurpreet Verdi. Megan Wills. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Drama with qualified teacher status. Bethan Fear. Lauren Gray. Melissa Hill. Rebecca Jones. Jessica Phillips. Jennifer Rackham. David Reeder. Lucy Russell. Emma Wilcox. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary English with qualified teacher status. Claire Hazelhurst. Holly Dukes. Hilda Sajid. Mathematics with qualified teacher status. Nicole Avery. Katie Boyles. Lauren Burke. Gertrudes Cardosa Delgado. Jamie Ann Evans. Omier Hassan. Akmal Hussain. Memento Makaleni. Jacob Merritt. Umar Mohammed. Catherine Morrill. Mohammed Raza. Zain Razik. Max Rippington. Jaswant Singh. Samira Zahid. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Modern Foreign Languages with qualified teacher status. Megan Jarvis. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Music with qualified teacher status. Thomas Kinsella. Amy Marsh. Matthew Porter. Jonathan Salisbury. Ben Sassons. Susan Winch. James Weeks. In secondary education with qualified teacher status, Saida Akbar. Leodina Allen. Hannah Banks. Hannah Bartlett. Harriet Bates. Abby Beddoes. Blake Bissell. Jamie Broadhurst. Emma Brooks. Joe Daniels. David Goddard. Ahmed El Hadi Jalali. Bethany Griffiths. Susan Hall. Joanne Hughes. Jessica Longley. Abigail Lucas. Amy Mummery. Gemma Oliver. Matthew Richards. Hamara Sattar. Tanzina Tanya. Rachel Thompson. Richard Williamson. Kate Wilson. Natalie Wood. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Science with Biology with qualified teachers. Aram Rahman. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Science with Chemistry with qualified teacher status. Farah Meyer. Postgraduate Certificate in Education in Secondary Science with Physics. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Farad Ashraf. Lindsay Wooden. Jane Mukandi. Ready? Bachelor of Science in Studies in Social Care, Natalie Kerr. And this completes the presentation of graduates from the school.
And this concludes the Life Sciences.
I now invite Lorraine Gibbons, who's graduated from our PGCE congregation. Lorraine.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of you. Okay. Good morning. It's a great honour to be asked to speak to you today. A special day for me and my family, just as I'm sure it is for so many of you here today at the culmination of our studies. The first thing I would like to do is thank several people on behalf of all of us graduates and their guests. I would like to start by thanking our achievements and for your commitment to what is in one respect quite a tough gig here this week. Over the course of the 4 days of graduation, you will shake over 4,000 hands. I'd just like you to know that every single hand is a pre-choice. That's 4,001, okay? I would like to thank our Honorary Doctorate recipient, Brett Harris Wigdort, for sharing some of the thoughts and experiences with us. You have given us so much to reflect on as we embark on the career of our own. Our talented musicians from Birmingham Conservatoire have helped create a wonderful atmosphere for our special day. Please join me in giving them a warm round of applause. Today marks the end of years of hard work. As well as thanking those who have made our ceremony itself so special, I must also thank all the academic and professional services staff who have helped us make it to this stage today. Thank you for all your guidance and expertise and enthusiasm, especially Paul, Programme Leader. He is a Programme Leader. Sorry, Paul. Programme Leader / the man with the plan. I'd also like to thank Ali, the Deputy Leader. Sorry. She's a Programme Deputy, but also an agony aunt to us all. She's been an incredible support. Thank you. Sorry to make you cry. I would also like to take this opportunity to offer a formal thank you to our friends and family, whose encouragement and support has been so crucial. So, in a moment, I will ask all of today's graduates to stand, please. Thank you. Sadly, there are also some special people who are no longer with us, shown endless amounts of love and support. For me, that was my mum. For her and anyone else who have lost someone who they would love to have here today, can you please join me in the biggest, massive round of applause, loud enough so that wherever they are, they can hear us. So awkward, sorry. Okay. When I first arrived at university was a big step when I did coming here, especially as with lots of opportunities it offered me. In the expertise of the teachers, the great facilities, and the sense of ambition for every one of us will have a unique journey. 23,000 students, supported by amazing staff and by my fellow students. They have been encouraged to be. And of course, as we set out on the next stage of our lives, we are still individuals with our own distinct ambitions. But we are also united as something no one else can take away from us, part of university's history. My sister. This is just the beginning for us all. Use it as a platform for the rest of our lives. Take what you have learned here and keep learning and stay open to new ideas. All above, be proud of graduates, and I invite the Chancellor to close the ceremony. Thank you.
Once again, congratulations to you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all the parents. Thank you to everybody sitting here, not quite doing anything but loving it. And I declare this congregation closed. We will be very grateful and wait while we process off the stage. Thank you very much. Peace.
you.